Hello friends, just getting signed on. I'm a few minutes early. I figured I'd try to be a little early today. We'll see how this goes. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for today's card making live? I'm excited. Okay, I found myself, so we're ready. Bang and start, right? Bang and start. I'm going to give it a few minutes for the besties to find me, especially because I'm early. So I'm going to go ahead and just start, and then we'll wait for everybody to join. Hello, my name is Jessie Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper craft. Okay, now that's out of the way. If you are joining me from YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great time. Do all the YouTube-y things, you know, like, subscribe. We do card making content over here and do card making lives at least 2 a week. So, how's everybody doing? What's going on? I have a great class for us tonight. We are still working on one-sheet wonders. So if you don't know what a one-sheet wonder is, that's where we take a piece of paper, make multiple cuts, and then use it on multiple cards. So there is little to no waste. And we've been doing that all week. Hi, Terry, how you doing? You are early, my friend. I signed on just like couple minutes early, you know, I don't know why, but my spirit was like, you should go early tonight. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Always listen to yourself, right? So, yeah, we got that going on. So let me show you, I'm going to show you the cards we're doing 4 tonight, but they're super quick and easy. Super, super quick and easy. It's another one-sheet wonder layout. So 4 cards. When we go down, I will show you all of the things, but we are using the Mixed Media Floral Suite collection, so that's exciting. Hi, Sherry, how you doing? Hi, Karen, welcome in. How are you? Hi, Mom. You guys are on it. I appreciate you. What do I have to tell you today? I don't know. No drama. I've been nose to the grindstone, getting my packets done, doing all the things. Very proud of myself, getting stuff done over here. You know what I'm saying? So before we start the card making, I just want to talk really quick about my Blender Club. I don't really plug my stuff. I guess I should, but I don't think about it. I have a club group, whatever you want to call it, called Stampin' Blend Club. And basically what that is, I have a Facebook group page. It's free to join. You can go over there. If you throw, you know, ask me in the comments, I can send you a link for it. But over there, I post 2 videos a month that is specifically tailored to a blending club kit that I sell. So the kits are $35 a month, or per kit, I guess you would say. You get the class materials. I'm going to open it up. This was the one for May. So when you get done, you're going to have 2 finished projects, 2 cards. And I send you all the materials to make the cards, and I send you the coloring materials, and then you use the markers you have and then the colors that I send you. So in each kit, you're going to get 2 Stampin' Blend marker sets. So 4 markers, but it's 2 of each of the same color. So our Stampin' Blend markers are alcohol based, and you get a light and a dark version of the color when you order. Okay, now sometimes I throw in freebies and special things. So this month there was a special, and I sent not one, not two, but 3 colors in their pack for the same $35. So it was a good deal. But you get the coloring materials, and I give you 2 of each, one for practice, one for your card. And then we do them on the videos together. And then I always send you like a fun bonus picture to color at your leisure, or sometimes I go live and I color it and we chat. You know, it just depends on what's going on. And then you get all the things to make the cards. So it's a lot of stuff. If you enjoy more of a guided tutorial for doing things, this might be right up your alley. The great thing about it is you can choose month to month if you want to do it. It's not like an obligation thing. And let's say you already had these colors, you could substitute them for different Stampin' Blends. I'm very flexible. So if you're like, look, I need green and I need pink, can you substitute it? Absolutely. And it's still just the $35. So I just wanted to plug that real quick. And now we can get on to today's card making. Hi, Pam. How you doing? I'm just going to, hi, Ruth. How are you? You know what's really funny? I happened to catch a live, well, I don't know her real name. Her page name is like On We Go or On Why Go. She's another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I was watching her live. I just happened to catch it. And I saw your name, Ruth, like you left a comment. It was so funny. It was like, oh, I know her. But I didn't want to be like, hi, you know, that's too creepy. But I saw you and I was so excited. We were on the same live together. Isn't that exciting? The internet really is a small place. Anyway, I'm going to stop being weird. I'm going to flip down. I'll show you all the things we're working with. Here we go. If you get seasick, close your eyes. All right. Let me get myself together here. Okay. Good. Nice big thing. All right, so cards. We're going to make 4 cards. We're doing a super simple layout. You do not need a template for what we are going to do. I will, of course, post one, but you don't need it, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it. But we're going to cut a piece of DSP into 4 pieces, put them on there, add a focal point, add a little decor, and call it good. All right, so what did I use to achieve these beautiful cards? I used the Mixed Media Florals Suite. Okay, so this suite is pretty large. It is an online exclusive, so if you are a catalog lady and you don't go online very often, that's why you don't recognize it. Now this is a 6x6 cut of the paper. The paper does come in 12 by 12, but I'm just going to give you a little flip through so you can see basically what they look like. As always, if you go online, you can get a close-up of all these things. But this way, it kind of gives you the color story and a little bit of an idea of what the paper is like. Okay? They mix that black and white in there a little bit, which I love. And we've used some of this paper before. So this was just a little snippet I had from one of the product shares that I did not send out. Now, in this suite comes the Plaster Painting 3D embossing folder. We are going to use this today. We're going to use the Mixed Florals stamps, and there is a coordinating die set that cuts all these images out and some extras. There is also the Mixed Labels set, which has a die set that coordinates. It has a banner, so you can cut the banner out. And it also has different labels that are really cute. I apologize, I did not pull that. But again, you go online and see the full details. We are going to use this for some sentiments today. And then the last thing in the suite are these low profile dots. So these are great when you're sending cards and you don't want to really bulk up for postage and to get them through the mail system. Great and very versatile. Okay, so that is my story. This is what we're working with. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull in my paper trimmer first. And we're going to cut our 6x6 paper to start with. Now, to do this One Sheet Wonder layout, you're going to make 2 diagonal cuts. Now you could go corner to corner. We do that all the time, but I kind of went off corner. So that's my one rule for this cut. This is why you don't need a layout. There is no measuring involved. Just put it cattywump in your cutter and cut straight through. Now take the sheet, keep it together and turn it. And do the same thing in the other direction. So not on the corner. It doesn't really matter if it's perfectly lined up. When you like it, cut through it. That is all you have to do. Now you have 4 pieces of DSP to put on your cards. Okay, so that's all the cutting we have to do. Very easy. The next thing we're going to do is some embossing. So you're going to grab 4 card bases. I'm using the Secret C cardstock, and I'm going to pull in Laverne. Miss Laverne, she really is that girl. Huh? Okay, now, if you only had a limited amount of time or you don't have an embosser, you could skip this step, okay? Hi, Cheryl, welcome in. How you doing? But all we're gonna do is, I have to think about how I want to orient this. We're just going to emboss the front of our cards, our card bases. I love to do this. I love adding texture to my stuff. I just think it's a simple way to elevate any design. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Brenda, how you doing? You having a good week? I'm gonna go long ways. So I apologize. Most stuff I pre-do to keep our time short, but I don't know why I didn't think about it. I did not pre-do some of these, so let me run it through. Okay, so when we had our in-person on Saturday, I had an idea, and I'm pretty jazzed about it, and I want to see what you guys think. The girls are into it. Let me just say that, because I ran it by them. I want to do almost like, I guess, a competition, a live competition where we'll go live. I'm going to have my local ladies come and hang out with me, and I'm going to present them with a challenge where they're going to pick a number and get a random stamp set, and they're going to have to make a card just on the fly, right? And then y'all who are watching are going to vote on who is the winner. Kind of like, you know, like a crafting challenge. What do you guys think? I think this would be super fun. I really do. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. I think it'll be super fun and, you know, just like one of those things. So, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Sound off in the comments. My friends are awesome sports and like to humor me, but I think it would be, you know, something. You know what I mean? Like I could walk around and like they do on the cooking shows, basically. You know what I mean? Like do a little commentary, what's going on, if there's any drama, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just come up with these things. We don't know why. I'm crazy. Here we go. Okay, so now we have all our card bases. And what did I do? I'm going to go this way. I want the popped out side up front. So we're going to crease them down. We're just going to do everything by 4, basically. So it's super easy. Right? I think so too, Brenda. I think it's just going to be fun, you know? Something fun to do. Hopefully you guys at home are excited. You can put it on and craft in your craft room while everybody's crafting here. Craft with us. I don't know. Okay. So now we have our card bases ready to go. I'm going to bring in that paper. Now, the only thing with this, there is no rule. You can put it here, you can put it here. The way I cut this piece, it doesn't quite fit, so I'm going to trim that one. But just put it wherever you would like is the rule. The only thing I would say is look at the picture and make sure that when you put your stuff, your pieces down, that you make sure your, what's it called? Your pattern is upright, okay? So I'm going to put these like this. I'm going to trim these. We're very forgiving here. Let's see. 5 1/4. Boom. All right, now you can cut it where it'll fit because I did it on the example ones. I just wasn't fussed to really like sit there and wiggle it and make sure. So the layout that I have for you, they'll fit perfectly if you follow that. But my whole thing is just cut away from the corner because then they look kind of, you know, it gives it a little bit of interest. And I'm not really fussed even with this design of where I'm putting them. I'm just sticking them down, guys. We're just going to do this as we go along. I'm going to show you how easy this is. This is like when you just want to get in to create. You don't necessarily want anything too difficult. You just want to spend 45 minutes to an hour getting some cards done, you know? I'm going to put this one on the bottom, do a little different. The cool thing about this is every time you do it, it might look a little different, and that's okay. That is fine. So I'll put this one, I'm going to put it upside down. And you could even use the other side if you wanted. you know. So you highlight both sides of your paper. I'm going to do that. Okay, we have that done. Let's set this to the side. Let me bring in the things. Okay, so I've already stamped and cut out some flowers, and I've even already colored some flowers. Like, I was on it, you know what I'm saying? I was on it today, but I have to show you this because it is super, super easy. I am not really fussed about coloring like perfectly with this because the paper is kind of all over the place. They kind of just played with the colors, smushed them, and called it good. You know what I'm saying? So when I did this, I used the paper as my inspiration. I'm going to take some yellow and I'm going to dot it, but I'm not being careful, and I'm not even filling in the whole thing. Actually, we'll do all the yellow. So I'm going to take these little flowers. See how quick this is? I'm not sitting there and perfectly getting it in there. If it's outside the line, I'm okay. Now, some of you may not be able to accept this. I know. It's hard. It is hard to just be like, whatever, it's smushed on there, I'm fine. But I promise you, at least with this set, it looks phenomenal. It looks great. Okay, so I have some petal pink. Again, I'm just scribbling, literally scribbling. And these markers will make this look good. There is no right or wrong with art either. So I'm just getting some color down, and I want to use the colors that is in my DSP. So I'm using a little petal pink. I'm using some Calypso, right? Yes, Calypso Coral. So I'm going to take the dark Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to dot it around. See what I'm doing? Looks crazy, right? No, it looks beautiful. And sometimes I'm thick and sometimes I'm thin. Just get the color down there because that's what they're doing here. They're getting that color in there. It's outside the lines, but when you get it all done, it really does look like you did something. I don't know. You could tell my markers are well loved. I have a running cart on my online store, and so this was definitely added today because, my goodness. Okay, so there is that. Now we're going to take some Old Olive and see how I'm not really coloring. I'm just putting some lines in there. This is definitely a little bit different, but I like the way it turned out. And I was able to reproduce it over and over again. Super simple. Now, is it that I'm an amazing artist? Absolutely not. Is it the pens? Probably a little bit. Here we go. Okay. So there is another one done. What do we think? Is this something you're going to go grab an image and try immediately? Do you do this? Is this like something that you do? I need to know, guys. Okay, so here's the other image. We're going to go in again with the yellow. Same process. Not fussed, making little circles, getting it done. So it's that little bit of coloring, you know, a little bit of something, but super easy. Now, on these big leaves, Just gonna streak some of the light in there. I'm not doing the stems. I felt like if I put wonky lines in the stems, it might look weird, so I didn't. This type of coloring is right up my alley because it's quick. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to stress out. I can put a good book on, put my music on, and just zone. And that is my happy place, basically. Okay. You can always go back as well and like work on it. But don't overthink it. That's very important. Don't overthink it. Don't stress it. Now I'm going to take some dark and drag that tip. Okay, what do you think so far? Is it looking okay? Now we just have to do the tulips. How quick and easy is this method? So I'm going to do the same thing with the tulips that I did with those daisies. I'm just laying down a little bit of light color. Because this is so light, I am giving it kind of a little bit heavier hand and getting some color down. It helps to do that base. Then we can go in a little bit of dark. And I'm just kind of following the lines that are provided. You know, and less is more, right? I'm happy with that. I think that's good. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of the darker clips. Oh, stupid tip. I think actually this is dark petal pink. And blend a little bit. That's going to help soften these lines. When you go over the darker, heavier line with the lighter version, that's gonna blend it out a bit, make it not so harsh and like you meant to do that, right? Okay, there we go. 2 images colored. What do we think? Are we obsessed with this? I'm loving it. Okay. Now I have a piece of paper to cut out my little sentiment labels. You could certainly use the mixed labels dies, but to save time, I love a good punch. That is my #1 time saver, to use a punch. It takes 2 seconds, got all my stuff done. All right, and now we're going to do some stamping. And let me see. What do I want to do? How about You're Pretty Wonderful? I like that. Oh, look, brand new set. Make sure you have your stuff done before you do things like this. I'm talking to myself, guys. Let's see. You're Pretty Wonderful. Okay. So I believe it is this one. Yes. All right. So how do you guys do this? Do you just stick it on there? Do you line it up? Do you use a clear block? I have done all of the above. I just lined it up. All right, pop it off. Good enough. There we go. My goodness, that sounds like an airplane going by. Get my crops dusted. Here we go. Okay, so I got some of that Secret C. I'm gonna ink it up. Where's that paper? Can I get a stamp on there? I just wanna kind of condition my stamp real quick because it's brand new. And here we go. Now for time, I'm just gonna do same sentiment on every one. But you could certainly change it up. All right. Okay. Now let's get these cards together. See how fast? Quick, easy, little to no waste. Gotta love. Now inside, I'm just gonna leave them as note cards. And I'm just taking a little bit of that DSP. That felt thick, I thought it was more than one. I'm gonna put it on there. Did I run out? Dang it. No problem. And the last one. Okay. I'm gonna stick all these inside. So the card kits are coming along well. I will be ready to ship them on Friday. I'm excited. My plan is coming together. You will need a paper trimmer for the upcoming card class. If you are one of the new ladies that signed up and who has never taken a card class, I do need your address. So I have about 3 ladies that had signed up, but they never got me their address. If I don't have your address, I can't send you the free packet. So just in case they happen to catch this, I would appreciate you sending me your address, mailing address. And we have a full class, so that is exciting. Okay, so the insides are in there. Okay, now I'm just going to grab a flower and kind of put it on there. Depending on what DSP and what sets you're using is going to determine what your focal point is, or you could just leave that off and you know, just orient your label different. It's up to you. You know, if you were doing a set that was, the paper was really fancy maybe, I don't know. All right. And you could pop these up as well. This one, I want it up and kind of cattywomp. So see, it didn't even matter that I just kind of sliced that paper up. Every card's a little different. Every card I think looks good. I'm happy with it. And that's all that matters. Ooh, let's put this on there. Okay, and now for our finishing move, we're going to use the gems. Now, what are some things you could do to elevate this look? I think if you took like a blender, or blending brush, and you tipped the edges in the colored cardstock you were using for your label, that would look really good. Adding embossing, always a good move. Maybe adding some ribbon. There we go. And don't overthink your placement of your gems. Just kind of go for it. There we go. I really like these pink low profiles. They almost have like a pearlescence to them. They match with the paper really well. Don't know. That's what I'm saying. Okay, guys. So even with me yak-jawing about all the different things, 36, 37 minutes for the whole live. That's not bad. That is not bad. What do you think? Are you obsessed? Are you doing this right now as we speak? I need to know these things, guys. What are you doing? All right. There we go. I'm going to stop being weird now, I promise. Okay, here we go. What do you think? Are we in love with this set? Isn't it gorgeous? Favorite, for sure. One of my favorites. All right. So, let's see. Thank you, Cheryl. Youth overthink everything, Tammy. I know, same. Me too. It is crazy. Like, I'm starting to not. I don't know if it's that old saying, don't let fear and common sense hold you back. But, yeah, I'm not fussed with it. I don't know. I was just like smushing stuff on there and was like, yeah, it looks good. You know, but I know the old me would have sat there and been like, oh, I need to go back. Oh, it's a little bit outside the line. But I don't know. I just was inspired by the paper, I guess. I was like, this is fine. So that's what it is. Okay, let me flip up. If you get seasick, close your eyes. All right, guys. I don't know. That should be good. That's what I got for you on this beautiful Wednesday. I hope everybody is staying safe from those crazy storms that were hitting the Midwest. And I know a lot of my ladies live in that area. So I know, Cheryl, I had seen you marked yourself safe. My goodness, you guys got hit hard this spring. We, as usual, are just beautiful and sunny with a little bit of wind. But that's what we have in Vegas. So you should all come to Vegas, is what I'm saying. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate it. So that's what I have today. I think I've yacked my jaws long enough. I'm going to get off of here and go make dinner. I love you guys. I appreciate you for joining me, and I'll see you on Friday with another One Sheet Wonder. Mwah.